Let's talk about life on a farm and a homestead. It is thoroughly in fall now. If you'll check out over here in my front yard, starting to get all sorts of leaves on it. Do you see this? The leaves are starting to fall. It is autumn. But I wanted to talk to you this morning about what it's like to live on a farm and on a homestead and what you do with your time. So obviously every homestead is different, but this homestead has rabbits. And pretty much every day I'll come out here and I'll check on the rabbits to make sure that their water is not empty. This one needs some water. This one just kidded over here, and I bred this one right here. She should have kidded this last week, but she didn't. So this is the first time that I've not had the rabbit bred successfully. But I went ahead yesterday and had her bred again because she missed it. But every morning I come out here and I check on them. And probably later today, I'll give them a little bit more food. I might actually go cut them some green stuff because we've got lots of comfrey leaves. There's some hurley dock over here. There's some plantain. There's some other weeds that rabbits like, and that saves a little bit on food costs. But right now, I need to come over here and fill up this water.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción, yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente. Con una pasión, con una pasión.
The rabbits are over here next to the house, so I usually take care of them first thing in the morning. I come out here and I check on them, but there's some other things that usually wait till a little later on in the day. I have the pigs that I need to feed over here, but it's a little chilly. It is starting to get cool, and plus when I walk over there, I'm wearing my tennis shoes. Unless I put on my rubber boots, my feet will get all wet. So I'll wait until later into the day and I'll carry a couple of buckets of feed over there to them. And I'm just specifying here with farm work, how farm work is kind of repetitive. There's actually the things I've got to do in the house as well. But pretty much every day I walk over here to the high tunnel and I check it out. I've been working really hard at getting it weeded. This is something that you have to do all the time. And then you've got the daily cycles that you repeat, but you've also got the yearly cycles. Now we're going into fall and then winter, so we're gonna start some seeds again this early this spring. All of this stuff is very, 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 very repetitive. Here I stepped in the high tunnel this morning. See kind of all the fog in here. Isn't that really cool? Here's the comfrey. I've worked pretty hard at getting it weeded. There's some over here in the rows, but I've kind of not done that yet. I might take the tiller to it again here soon, but this is looking much, much better. The strawberries, I've tried to go get a few more strawberry runners from over in the strawberry patch and kind of fill in some of these gaps where they didn't take before. And Papa have been over here with the tomatoes. We're not really sure they're gonna pollinate. We hadn't seen any yet until a few days ago when Nan and Papa came up here with a little toothbrush. They came with an electric toothbrush. They came with a Q-tip to try to pollinate it by hand because the high tunnel has been closed. But every day I will come and I'll check in this high tunnel to see how things are going, to check the temperature. I've got to check it on my phone. We've got this thermometer in here that'll alert me whenever it gets to above a certain temperature or below a certain temperature. This is stuff that you have to do every single day. And I've got to water some of these plants over here. You got to check the water and see if it's moist enough in the soil. This is stuff I enjoy doing, so it's not really a burden, but it is a task and it is repetitive. What you do as a homesteader, as a farmer, is you take care of all of these things. You're trying to build systems so that it is just almost thoughtless, that this is what you do, and then you add things slowly to it in order to expand, and you change things slowly. We just started from scratch. Nobody lived over here on this property for 30, 40 years before we came over here, and the people who lived here then were my mom and dad, who only lived here temporarily after they got married in a camper back there. So we had to put in a septic tank, we had to put in a well. We've got all these different systems. There's a lot of stuff that's not very tame that we need to mow, we need to add things in. We kind of got a plan in place. We're going to garden more effectively so we can do more gardening. We're going to use some plastic mulch, and we're going to use some irrigation and some drip tape. I think things are going to go much better for us this year. If you've watched our live stream when we talked about it the other day, we got very distracted with both the video content that I'm creating with our pond and with our high tunnel, so we didn't get done some of the things that we wanted to get done. Check out that sunrise up there. It rises in the east and sets in the west. This is east, and so it comes to our back porch every single day. We see the sunrise. You probably can't see it in the distance very well, but the bales of hay where they were moist from the dew, now the sun's hitting them and they're starting to steam. You can see a little bit of steam on there. So we have a lot of things planned for you. We're planning on this winter butchering some more pigs, starting some more things in the high tunnel. Papa's got a few things that he's got in mind for this winter, like building a root cellar. He really wants to get that done before it gets really cold weather. We hope that you will stay tuned. If you do like what we do here, there are those things with the livestock, with the high tunnel, with the gardening, with the dogs, with the children, with our family. If you like all these things, then make sure to subscribe. It really does help us. A lot of our views aren't from people who subscribe. So those of you who are watching this and those of you who watch all the time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and select all so you never miss a notification. That really does help us. And comment down below. Tell me what you thought about homesteading and your experiences with the repetitiveness of homesteading. You get the garden ready, you harvest from the garden, then you clean up from the garden, getting ready for fall, plant cover crops, whatever it is that you do. You add more plants, you take care of those plants, you prune, whatever it is that you do. There's a lot of repetition involved. That's okay. If you like what you're doing and you feel pretty passionate about it, then you're okay to do the same thing over and over and over again and only add things very slowly. So we do a new video every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and do a live stream on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. Join us then. Until next time, have a great day. Say bye, Toby. Okay. Good boy.
Ay, 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 ay. Ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando. Yo sigo cantando.